Look, I think Kusal and certainly Kusal and Ashada can bat anywhere. I think our three openers, you'll see Viska, Danushka, and Dikwela. We're looking at Ashada and Kusal Mendes to bat sort of in the middle really for us. So we've got three openers here. What they all bring is, we know what Danushka, Avishka, and Dikwela can bring. They've got the freedom to go out there and play. And I think Ashada and Kusal Mendes are batsmen that can bat for us through the middle. So that's going to be their roles going forward. Yeah, no, there wasn't. It was my first 2020 team with the 2020 game with the team. I was reliant on sort of starting where they sort of finished. Angelo brings us a wealth of experience. He's a very, very good cricketer. So we needed to start from a base and then look at how we could tinker with the team and how we could get to everybody's specific role. And that's still going to take us a little bit of time. But yeah, I mean, it's really good having a guy like Angelo around because of his experience. And the only reason he didn't play was simply because it was the starting point, and we almost started with what they finished their last series with. He hasn't played for 16 months, I think, in the squad, so that was the only reason. Yeah, look, I mean, I think we teams at totally different ends of the spectrum. And I know India are trying some really good young players, and there's an abundance of talent here. The players that they bring in just stand up and just do the job. And I think that speaks volume for the structures that they have now. For us, it is about we've got a set of players here that I think are very skilled. I said that after the game in indoor. They're very skilled. We need to educate them a little bit in terms of game plans, in terms of strategy, in terms of managing match management, knowing when to take the risk, knowing when to not take the risk. We're working hard on rotating strike, and it was amazing. We work at 25%. India had 25% dot balls the other night. We had 40%. So those are the little things that we're working on. All I want to see us doing is get better and better. With every outing, with every game, we've got to get better and better, because in 8 months' time, we've got to be competing. It's tough with us without Isuru, and if you take Pradeep as well, Pradeep got injured just before we came. In a fielding practice. So that's two of our most experienced 2020 bowlers not here. You got Malinga, Pradeep, and Isuru is a pretty good combination. We minus those two, but we've got some good young players. Lahiru Kumara is going to be a very, very good player. Kasan Rajita is going to be a very, very good bowler. Malinga's he's a legend. He just knows what he's doing. And we've got two very good wrist spinners here. So perhaps tomorrow we have a look at, maybe trying to see if our wrist spinners can't do anything. Again, we'll just have a look to see what the wickets. There was a bit of grass on the wicket this morning, which would obviously look to aid the quick bowlers. But we'll just have a look tomorrow. Maybe it's baked, and maybe we can play out two mystery spinners and see what happens there. I still think by the time we get to October, and this is what I keep stressing to our players, I keep stressing it to the group of selectors, is that we need to show consistency. We need to pick a squad now that we think are the best, and this is a series where we're finding out. It's my first time with the guys. We're finding out about who can play and what roles they can play, because as you said, we've got eight months. I think we've got quite a bit of cricket before, though. We got the West Indies series. There's a series with South Africa. There's another series with India. We got a series with Scotland, and a series with Zimbabwe. So we do have a little bit of cricket coming up in order to get that balance right. But we don't want to be going into October not knowing what our best team is. So the sooner we can get that settled, the better. I think we're probably down to about 18 or 19 players now for those 15 spots. I've done a hell of a lot of work over the last 10 days with these guys to try and familiarize myself with a brand that we can play, a brand that is going to be particular to the skill sets that our players possess, and then molding in the roles that each guy can play to ultimately give us some success. So yeah, eight months is short, but we've got no option. We have to go there and qualify. So we've got to be on the money come the first game. But I do think in 2021, coming back to India, with the skill sets that we have, if we can keep these young boys together, I do think by that time we'll be a force to be reckoned with. Look, I always hate to throw away results because, you know, ultimately we have to be in it to win it, you know. And every game we play, we want to win. And I know our boys they're a very proud set of players. You ask any international cricketer, and they want to win every game. So we'll never ever throw away the result. We certainly want to win every game we play. But again, for me, it's about learning about the players. It's about the players getting comfortable within a role. So yeah, we are in a developmental phase. We are in a transition phase. It is going to take us a little bit of time, but I think it's a cop-out if I use that line, certainly in the dressing room and to the media, because that's not good enough. Every time we go out, we want to be winning. Pakistan was fantastic. I had 3 wonderful years with that team, and again, it's exactly where we are with Sri Lanka, was where we started with Pakistan. Number 9 in the world in 2020, number 7 in the world in ODI cricket, and they were at that stage a good test side, playing in Abu Dhabi. So we brought some really good young players through, and I think if I look back on my coaching career, those are probably three of the best years I had, because I felt I impacted a structure there and certainly impacted some players. And you always judge your tenors by what you leave behind. And I think we've left behind a really good young set of players. What happens to them now is certainly up to them. But I see exactly the same scenario here with Pakistan, with Sri Lanka. It was amazing. Grant Flower and I were sitting, because Grant was with me in Pakistan. We were actually just discussing it the other night, that we feel we're in exactly the same phase now with Sri Lanka as we were when we started with Pakistan. And hopefully we can mold a team, give some young guys experience, and give them ultimate success.